Dignity calls us to respect each person as a unique expression of life. Dr. Edward Stadler is the recipient of our Values in Action Award for Dignity.
The value of dignity is foundational to our ministry, and I believe particularly foundational to the healthcare aspect of our ministry. Although everyone that works in healthcare exhibits the value of dignity, I believe it is rare to find a person that exhibits it so perfectly as does Dr. Edward Stadler. Those who work with him describe him as treating them always with respect, listening to them as if they're the only person in the world.
That's sort of the way it's been. I love being able to just communicate with people and make it an enjoyable experience all the way through, even when it comes to surgical issues. Communicate with people, and it's one of the things I think at the hospital, in terms of the staff, I've always enjoyed being a part of the team, rather than the boss or the dictator, being one who takes everybody's opinions into account and then trying to make proper decisions with that in mind.
But I just think it's his kindness that he shows towards his patients, the staff, no matter how, no matter what your position is. You could be a secretary, you could be a volunteer here, and he's always got a kind word for you, wanting to know how your day is, wanting to know if he can help make your day any better. It's just a wonderful thing to be around. It's such a positive attitude. And even, if he's having a particularly rough day, you don't really see that. You just know, you see that it's him and it's you and it's the patient, and really that's all that matters right then. Anything else that's extraneous is out of the picture.
He just goes out of his way to make everybody feel very, very comfortable. Even from patient to patient's family, to the RN, to EVS, he's a fantastic listener. He always has time to listen and vent his feelings and discuss an issue with you.
But he acknowledges everybody in the department, whether they're a nurse, another physician, surgical tech, EVS worker, nutritional care. Anybody who runs into him realizes that he's just extraordinary gentleman, lots of dignity, and he's such an asset to our department here.
Dr. Stadler understands his role, and that it takes an entire team to create the optimal patient experience.
Incorporate the whole staff and treat them all as a member of the team, and to communicate as best as possible, to have fun, to employ their special capabilities, and in the process achieve a greater goal of good patient care, but also good morality. So I'm just the vehicle to try to make all that sort of come together and happen. And in the process, I hope it all turns out well. And if there's a certain goal that you have in terms of this team quality, to try to imbue that with the people that you're working with. So that means incorporating their ideas, thanking them for their help, offering recommendations for improvement, and taking those upon yourself when it seems appropriate as well.
Dr. Stadler's life experiences have taught him that care and sensitivity are needed, especially for difficult patient situations.
When I talked to Dr. Stadler, he told me that the empathy that he showed throughout his career to his patients came in part from the experience that his mother had during her life. His mother delivered Dr. Stadler, who was a large baby. He was 10 pounds, and he was delivered without any C-section, so that his mother suffered greatly during the delivery.
And I'm sure that's why I'm an only child, because I don't think she ever wanted to go through it again. And maybe partly why I'm as sensitive as I am about, you know, helping people through labor and epidurals and so forth, because I certainly remember, you know, some of her offhand comments that she probably regrets having said about how tough it was.
And he vowed, and I think he was successful in making sure that no other person ever suffered like his mom did throughout his career.
Dr. Stadler treats each patient with compassion, respect, and skill. He listens to their concerns, acknowledges their opinions, answers their questions, and most importantly, explains matters in a way his patients can understand.
He's terribly connected. He makes everybody, every patient, such a priority. They think that that's his only patient. When they come in, undivided attention. He is very good about his updates as far as progress of his patients, dilatation in labor. And every couple of hours he's on the phone, well, what's she doing? And, you know, how's she doing? So he's very conscientious about following through. He always thanks everybody. He spends time at the end of his delivery in the room with his chart, charting on his patients, asking the patient, is there anything that he can do for them? We'll spend time with the family, and that's his connection after delivery. It's not just prior, that he's followed this patient for 9 months, but afterwards he sits down, recalls the delivery. He's just very comfortable being there and being asked questions.
I think he cares about other people more than he cares about himself, or at least that's the sense that he gives to everybody that's around him.
In addition to his family, Dr. Stadler is proud of the success of his career and our recognition of his work.
My courtship and my marriage, 44 years. My children, my little granddaughter. You know, obviously huge days and times. But this and my professional career tops them all. Without a doubt. Looking globally at the whole picture, though, the day in and the day out of just helping, you know, people do what I do is in and of itself is a major highlight.